to healthy coping mechanisms that people can adopt to help them journey through this phase, because we are not yet done. We don't know how long it will last. So what healthy coping mechanisms would you advise our viewers this morning to pick up to help them deal with this anxiety or even body aches that they could be dealing with from stress relating to these elections?
I like that, body aches. You know why I like that? It's this 1 week has been hectic for me. With everyone calling me, one of my friends was actually couldn't move out from the bed because he lost. Of course, he was not even contesting, by the way. It's the candidate who lost. And when the wife called me and I went and found him on the bed, sincerely speaking, it's by the way, it's personal. You can actually, he couldn't move. It
takes a big toll.
Yeah, it had taken too much of a toll. So I asked him, okay, so you're a candidate. I don't like politicizing so much. So I asked him, so now you're a candidate, roster, but you're not contesting yourself, yes. So why are you so sick? I can't wake up. So you can see these signs: refusing to eat, refusing to sleep, a lot of irritation, quarreling with. Now I was asking him, now why are you quarreling with your wife, by the way? Because she was not even in the ballot. So what we need to tell people is the easiest coping mechanism, first of all, is to get correct information back to the media. I mean, you have been on social media, misinformation, disinformation.
Yes.
You've been picking the wrong thing from the wrong person. You see, you don't even know who is contesting. You don't know the number of voters. You don't know, there are 20 candidates. You are hoping that all of them will win. So the information becomes very, very important. This is the number, this is the person, people who win, and this is what happens. The disinformation is when people revert. I don't know what we've seen today on social media. Everyone knows the judgment of the Supreme Court.
Yes.
and none of them is a judge, incidentally. None of them is even a lawyer. These are the things people should stay a bit away from. And then they go for credit media houses so that you get the results. You get what is going on at the Supreme Court. Then another thing, very, very important, is prayer and meditation. The worst thing is to forget to say your prayer and your meditation. A bit of exercises, you know, it helps. I was on radio last week, and I told the presenter that when the announcements were being done on Monday at about 5, I was watering my flowers. I was actually doing some gardening. It's very important for you to have your hobby. And she said, that was a very important announcement. I said, it was. But also my health is important. I can't sit for 3 hours waiting for results. Some people start from 1 to 6. Yeah, so you agree. Yes. From midday, you've been seated there. You've just been taking a cup of tea. You run to the toilet and back. You are busy taking some chips. You can't even cook good food. You need a good diet to cope with stress. And then you're not even going for an exercise. So I was asking them, why couldn't you have come out, go for jogging, okay, at between 1 and 3, then you come back, of course. Then if you find the announcement not done, you go and take a shower, and then you cook some good food, then you come and wait. We need to tell people to go back to normal ways of living. We actually call them activities of daily living. Activities of daily living means go back to work, your exercises, your hobbies. Look for a pet. By the way, did you know keeping a pet is very nice? Just a pet, a small pet. If you can't keep a horse, then you can keep a cat. And then you also pick things you can do, like gardening, simple gardening. We are not telling you to have a plantation of sisal such, or coffee. But you can even do a bit of 1 or 2 flowers. You can also do simpler things. Like, okay, if people will say they can't do, but they notice that I'm not selecting for the person. You can even do the easiest one, a skipping loop. I mean, a skipping loop, it will not cost you so much. So that even you just do a bit of exercises, you jump a bit, it reduces your stress. Now with collecting information and doing this and going back to your work, you start noticing that you're going back to normal. You are actually dealing with the stress. And you remember remember what I keep saying, 9th was not the end of the world. And there's something very interesting that we should tell Kenyans. We voted on 9th. That is when someone won or lost. The elections were being announced. What we are receiving are the results. But the people think that we are voted. We voted on 9th. We finished. So whatever is going on now is the results, the preliminaries, whether the Supreme Court, what can be determined. So we are now picking the therapeutic part.
Okay.
Yes, and so now we are even asking first, what can you do? Who won? We are taking a cup of tea together. We are chatting with each other. We are saying we are now back to work. We are now even starting to ask. I was looking at the media over the weekend, and the media started saying, what are Kenyans expecting from everyone? You see, we now go to expectations. That's how, and by the way, that's what makes Kenya so remarkable. Look at what has happened in Kenya. With due respect, different from 2007. Everyone is smiling. And we need to smile at each other. You know when you smile, whether do you know smiling is so good. It makes your whole body relax. When you say a prayer to God, you relax.
Yes. Now,